Hello everybody, we are back. Who would have thought, huh? We are back again for another video on our EK Civic. Today's episode is wiring. So you may notice I've moved a few little things out of the way already, including my battery box, whatever. Let's ignore that for now. What we have to do today, ignore that, is this. I went ahead and bought myself a tucked engine harness. Now it took a while to get here because I didn't realize there were so many pieces. So we'll look at the main harness is what we have here with all our main plugs. And then we have to take that down to the conversion harness. So this is an OBD2 plugs essentially into OBD1 ECU plugs, which then I have to convert back to OBD2 to make it all work. From there, we needed our charge harness to replace, well, if we have a look down here, the negative to the alternator to the fuse box is integrated with the harness here, but not in this one. So we have to buy a separate kit for that. So that's what that is. Then we have a sub harness. Now this guy is a little bit more tricky. I believe I have 2 wires I have to wire in, but we'll figure that out later. But this guy here, normally your engine harness will have this plug already and will go to your strut tower, and that will go back inside the car. It is a separate piece on our tucked harness. So what we have to do is grab the separate sub harness we have to tuck it underneath to get to that connection, and we have to run it through the dash over to our ECU side, which we'll go and take a look at. Back in to here, so we have to run it under the dash all the way back to here so we can plug it into this green plug here. And that will connect our main harness into the main dash to make everything work really. So that's the goal. First step we got to do is pretty much remove all of our wiring so we can go ahead and put our new one in. So first step will be taking off this grommet, and then yeah, we'll just get ahead to disconnecting everything. So we'll jump to that. This time I can have it routed correctly so my battery box fits in better. It's meant to go underneath the aircon pipe, this one here, but I put it over it. There's 1, there's 2. This should all just come out if it pulls one plug at a time. There we go. Ta-da! Lay that there. Now for the fuse box, we only need to take the negative side out. Now the charge kit I did buy, it does come with new cables to run a new positive side, but I'm not going to bother with that just because I don't have a new terminal or anything. So we're only going to be taking out the negative side of the fuse box. Go. Go. Now this guy here, that just runs directly to the alternator. So from there we can get on with everything else. Okay, now we've got that out. Start to essentially disconnect everything we can see. So I'm going to start with our fuel injectors because they're just right here and convenient. From here, it's a bit more tricky because we have a bunch of plugs pretty much underneath our air intake here. So getting your hands in there may be a bit tricky. Some plugs are easier than others, but that's just how it is. If this was out of the car, it'd be a lot easier, but I didn't know I needed a new harness until it was in really. So we do what we can. Ow, already hurt myself, fantastic. Okay, what are you? You a 10 mil? Please be a 10 mil, because I don't want to grab another socket. Damn it, I dropped the nut. That's like the one I don't want to lose. Well, you don't want to lose any, but still. Remember to muster up your superhuman strength to get that alternator plug off, because man, that is hard. Sometimes I wish I had smaller hands. Where is that plug? That's the oil pressure. Where's the other one there? I'm just running this blind. Like I have no idea what I'm unplugging here. Oh, I need like 17 hands. That's way too hard. It's an absolute rat's nest. But we're getting there. Is everyone having a nice day? I'm not. I think I just have to unplug the wheeled speed sensor and the coolant temp fan switch. That one. And where's our wheel speed? Down there. Oh dude, my hands are not small enough. All right, is that everything? Can't be that easy, right? I shouldn't have said that. I really shouldn't have said that. Oh, this is gonna be a joy. Oh, buddy. All right, there it is. The absolute hunk of junk that has been spliced, cut up, and ruined, really. That took way longer than I thought it would, but it's out. So, what we can do now is go ahead and grab our main harness, which would be this guy here. So if we have a quick comparison, so starting with our ECU plugs, these guys there, you'll notice this is our negative side. There is none on this one, so that is where our charge harness comes in handy. Yeah, the OEM harness, it's wired in a way where everything sits pretty much exactly how it's meant to sit with not a heap of leeway. This one here is, well, it's wired a lot different. So I believe you should get a bit more extra length on everything. And everything is just, most of it's all labeled nice and neat. So I know where things are meant to go. I already know where half of these go anyway. But everything's nice wrapped up. So it should make this thing a lot easier to install, especially because these have some super big bulky plugs that you have to pull through underneath here. So doing that with this guy, not a trouble. This guy, super hard. So we're going to go ahead and route our main harness in and then start plugging everything in. I really hope that this is as easy as I think it's going to be. I doubt it will be though. So we'll go ahead and route our main harness back through here first, I reckon. Previous knowledge, I should route it underneath the aircon line to make things easier. So that's what we'll do without getting anything stuck, hopefully. To start with, I think fuel injector. So these are sort of our first plugs. I have this connection that's just labeled extra with some exposed wires. I don't know what that's for, so I'm just gonna wrap some electrical tape around it and see if I can figure it out later. But for now, we'll just tuck it away so we don't have a fire later down the track. All right, we have our 4 fuel injector lines. Ooh, now I think of it, I have no telling which is which. Does it matter? No. Does it matter the order of the fuel injector plugs? Surely. Brown, red, blue, yellow. Okay, we do have an order. And thankfully they're the same colors. So brown is number 1. Brown, yellow, red, blue. Okay, I'm gonna try start pulling them through without damaging anything. I don't know how this is meant to be rounded. Do I go underneath the hoses? I think so. That's how my last one was done. All right, come through, come through. Don't break. Yeah. Yeah. Look at all these plugs coming through, yeah. And nothing's breaking either. Yeah, let's go, dude. This is awesome, guys. I'm gonna be here for days, centuries even. Look, alternator, I know who you are. You just gotta go plug in there, right? Hang on, I've just realized something. Oh boy, I got to wire something. Because that's our alternator right there. Just 3 wires, thankfully, but it's a different shaped plug. All right, quick little update. I've gone ahead and I pretty much have everything in, as you can see. I'm holding a plug in my hand. It's because our vehicle speed sensor right here actually different. So I'm gonna have to snip and rewire this guy in. This is just our OEM plug. And the other difference we had was our alternator plug, which was this guy. He is nice and square, while our OEM one is more of an oval shape. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to obviously snip this off. I need to figure out which 3 wires go where, or which 3 wires of these will go into that. So I'm gonna have to go, I'm assuming that must be an OBD1 plug or something. That's my assumption. I'm gonna go have to find it. Aside from that, everything is fit nicely. Got our injectors all in line. Pretty much everything is plugged in now. Got a VTEC, you know, H2O sensor, more sensors, but it looks a lot better. I did have a little trouble fitting this plug. I don't know, it just didn't want to clamp together, but it went in fine now. I also don't have my air temperature sensor, and I'm not sure why I don't have one. That might have been what our extra, or this guy was. Because yeah, I don't have that sensor at all. I don't know if it's necessary. I'm gonna have to go look it up. But for now, I got 2 sensors to wire in. A bit more than I was wanting to do, but I guess that's just how it is. So go ahead and jump to that. All right, so this is what we're up to. I have gone ahead and I've thrown our charge harness in, or our negative side for the fuse box back to the alternator. So I haven't wired this guy in yet, purely because I'm not sure which 3 are meant to match up with whichever 3 of these wires. So I'm gonna have to do a bit more searching to figure that out. But our negative side fuse box is now connected. I've tried to route that in a way where our battery tray will still fit. I've rewired our vehicle sensor plug, vehicle speed sensor. It's down there hiding away. But aside from that, I think we are ready to throw our sub harness in. So this guy is going to be a little bit of a challenge. I'm going to have to run this plug up through underneath the dash and try to get it outside of this grommet. Now, granted, if I was doing a full tucked engine bay, I'd want to care about, you know, trying to hide any wires, but I'm not doing that. I'm just throwing this in. So I need to push the plug through here on so this guy can be connected, and then I have to route the rest of it. I'll probably just run it under there and just zip tie it up, or otherwise if I want it hidden, I'll put it up into the dash over to our other side. So that's what we're going to jump and do now. All right, a lot easier than I thought it'd be. So it's not in the grommet, but that's how I'll go from now. But I routed nice and easily. Underneath here, I routed it over the steering column, and then not through this gap, but the one above it, which it's probably a little dark, but it came out the top here. I've got all my connections there, conversion harness. Now, I have these 2 wires still. One of them says blue, yellow. The other one says red, white. I don't have any of those wires here, so I'm not sure if I need to pin them in or anything. And I still have that alternator wire to do, but that's just about it. I'm gonna stop here, do a bit of research to see what I can figure out with these 2 wires plus the 3 for the alternator. And once that's done, we're good to go. That's it. So I'll be back hopefully very soon to finish this off. Wish me luck, because I'm not sure what these guys are for, so we'll figure that out. All right, I think I've sorted it. I'm not 100% sure though. I've gone ahead, wired it all in. I did a little bit of looking around, and I think that I have the right wired in alternator plug. I think it's right. I've put the battery on, so now we're gonna give it a test to see. Fuel pump primed, so that's good.
Hey!
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
That's too easy.
That's too easy.
Seems all right. I need to test if our alternator will recharge, because if it's wired in correctly, it should. But I'm not 100%. So, but for now, it does look our idle is a little bit high, but everything else seems all right. All right. Sweet. That's gonna do us, everybody. Like, subscribe, and the wise words of Ken John on live, love, love. Bye.